It was kind of surreal. It was so close that was actually in the mall walking when they come across the PA and said that there was an evacuation in place and for people to evacuate, and went into the hotel and found out what was going on. And so it was a lot closer than we really thought about it when you take a look at the map, because the memorial was right across the street from the hotel.
So what's running through your mind when you hear that warning?
Well, you just you just got to get back to your safe haven, and the safe haven for us was the hotel. And we had our pregame meal, and we were waiting. We knew that there was going to be some sort of a decision made on the game right away because of the events that took place, and we just waited to get instructions and told everybody to stay away from the windows in their room. And everybody did their thing, you know.
Do you think it would have been particularly difficult to get the team prepared for a game that night?
Well, again, those are tough and trying situations that every individual has his own way of dealing with, and how traumatic it was and how close it was pretty. I guess it made us all aware that we're all vulnerable in these situations when you're just out in the street and in that type of form. It can happen to anybody.
Say anything to the team about the situation?
No, we just when we knew what was happening, by the time we really were all together, it was somewhere around 11:30, because we had a stretch at 11, and then the meetings were planned for 11:30, and then the meal was to follow. So we were together for that time frame, and basically we just said, to take care of yourself. Nobody's going outside. We're in lockdown, and we have to wait for instructions on what the plan of attack for us is for the day.
Able to reach out to family just in case,
Yeah, the one thing about the cell phones, none of them were working because all the lines were jammed. You could text and email, so I'm sure there was a lot of texting. I know I texted, and it was, I got through on a text, but the phone lines were jammed. You couldn't get through.
Randy, you spent time in Pittsburgh during your career. Did you have a chance to see the scene in Pittsburgh last night with O Canada being played? And
yeah, that's the hockey world is a one big family, and when things like that do take place, it just shows the unity that the league does possess, and it's a great tribute on behalf of the Pittsburgh Hockey Club and their fans.
Days between games now because of the postponement last night. A good opportunity here to skate these guys, and obviously, if this was the way it was planned initially in the schedule, this would have been a good skating day for them.
Yeah, today was a work day, and more specifically with what happened. And yesterday we didn't skate, so we felt that we haven't actually done an aerobic skate yet this year. This was the first opportunity we had. So, I don't know if they're too happy about it, but that's just the way it goes. And these are work days. There's times in the schedule that you have to put the work boots on and try to set a foundation down that it'll help us. Might not help us today. They might not feel that good today, but they'll start to feel much better tomorrow, and hopefully for Saturday night against Boston, a real strong hockey club that we're going to have our skating legs.
Did the Islander game show us just the versatility that Daniel Winnick can bring to your lineup?
Well, again, with Winnie, he's been making his self-present. His presence in the lineup is much more noticeable on a game-to-game basis, and not just the penalty killing. And we moved him up into play with Kadri and Lupul, and we felt that he would be, the big body that could help control the puck down low and stuff like that. And then he's a pretty smart player. He's very noticeable with his skating ability, and we think that he's been a compliment for those two players.